Good morning, everyone. Today, May 19, we are going over the limit of trigonometric functions. For trigonometric function, like if you have limit, sine, cosine, or tangent, so what are you going to do is just plug in. You know that the sine function is continuous under its domain. It means there is no hold, there is no jump, or something like this. We can find directly by substitution. So if you want to find the limit when x approach pi over 2 of sine x, it means just to plug in pi over 2 for sine. So it equals sine pi over 2. Pi over 2 is constant, but x is variable, so we have to write the limit in front of it. Here we substitute already. What's sine 90? Yes, anyone remember? 90 sine is the first or the second? Second. So it's what? Sine 90 is what? 1? I'm correct? Yes. Okay. Now, if we want to find tangent of x when x approaches 0, here what you have to do is you are going to write your tangent as sine over cosine. So it's the sine x over limit x approaches 0 of cosine x. If you plug in sine, so it's sine 0 over cosine 0. So it's what? Sine 0 over cosine 0 equals what? Anyone have any idea? Yes. Sine 0, 0 over 1, so it's equal 0. So you have value here. Why we separate tangent to sine and cosine? Tangent, when you graph tangent, it's not continuous. So we have to write it in simplest form, like to write two functions, each one is continuous, like sine and cosine, okay, under its domain. So we have to write it as sine over cosine, because sometimes if you want to find limit, for example, I'm going to write x approach pi over 2. Yes, approach what? Pi over 2 of tan x. If you plug in here and find sine pi over 2 over cosine pi over 2, you will find your function will be equal 1 over 0. And 1 over 0 what doesn't exist. Does it make sense? So the limit of tangent x when x approach pi over 2 doesn't exist, because we have to write it as sine over cosine first, because tangent is not continuous function. Like what we have now, the same question we covered now. So we have to write limit x approach negative pi over 2 and down x approach also negative pi over 2 of what? Sine over cosine here, yes. So limit sine, if you want to plug in, negative pi over 2, so it's sine negative pi over 2. And here you have cosine negative pi over 2, yes. If you plug in now, yes, so it's negative 1 over 0. Negative 1 over 0 is what? Undefined. So undefined means what? Doesn't exist. Okay? Exist. Does it make sense? We got it? Okay. Let's try one more question. Cosine x. Okay, when x approach pi over 4. So it's a limit. Okay, I'm not going to write limit because we can plug in directly. So we have cosine pi over 4. This is the value. Yes, because pi over 4 is constant. So cosine 45 is what? 2 over 2. This is what your value of the limit. Okay, so please, if you have sine, cosine, you can plug in directly. Okay, and if you have, yes, if you have what? If you have tangent, yes. So what you have to do? Write tangent in simplest form, like sine over cosine, and find the limit. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.